Right, an exciting day has come. I am getting a new bike. I am off to Harpenden Cycles and we're going to unbox it, put it together, hopefully put my Parcours wheels on it and roll it out of the shop later today. Let's go. Right then, I have got a new bike and therefore I must make a video about it. Now, first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Liam and Will at Harpenden Cycles who have made this happen. I can't go into the details of the arrangement that Will, Liam and I have, partly because there is nothing formally written down, but effectively they are supporting me. They have done for over a year now, and effectively I'm able to get my hands on some kit that I may not have been able to, and they also help me massively with keeping all my bikes on the road, with servicing and all that sort of stuff and the odd parts here or there. Now, this bike has come about for a couple of reasons. One, the main reason being I wanted a new bike. Two, I had a rim brake felt road bike which I love dearly, that I bought back in 2017 and I did my first Ironman on, and it has served me well. I think I've done close to 20,000 miles on it. Unfortunately, when I was out a couple of weeks ago, I did crash it. Now, I didn't crash it to the point that it was written off, but it definitely opened my eyes to the fact I now have disc brakes on my gravel bike and my TT bike, that a rim brake bike, particularly with the internal braking cables that it has, and it had a rear brake under the bottom bracket that always failed and got full of muck, showed me that you have to ride those bikes a bit differently, and I'd lost my confidence in it. So I marched into Harpenden Cycles. They had a lovely green Domane that was on offer. It was a Gen 4, and I said, I want that bike. And as much as Will and Liam wanted to sell me that bike, after a bit of sensible thinking of what actually is it I want from a bike, a road bike, we decided to go for this, which is the Trek Emonda SL6 in this lovely grey, it's not white, grey and purple colourway. Now, the main reason for picking this bike, or the main couple of reasons, is one, it's got this new 105 Di2 group set, so it remains electronic, as I've got used to electric gears, particularly on my TT bike, and it's much easier to maintain and less to go wrong, especially if you keep the charge in play. And two, it's 12 speed, and that is quite important to me, as my TT bike is 12 speed, and the wheel sets that I own have all got 12 speed Freehubs with 12 speed cassettes on. So in order to go away with both this and my TT bike, it'd be super simple if they're both 12 speed. Although I run SRAM on my TT bike, they are somewhat interchangeable still. So this is the bike, and I'm going to go through some of the changes I've already made, and I've still got one change to make. But tomorrow's going to be its maiden voyage. This is the cleanest it's ever going to be. Therefore, now is the opportunity to do a quick video on it. So as I said, it's the Trek SL6 Shimano 105 version. This is the first time they've done the 105 with Di2. It's a 54 centimetre. I'm about 174 centimetres, which is about 5'8". It's got hydraulic disc brakes. It's got a pretty much integrated front end, although it's got a round handlebar, which is nice because you can get your Garmin mount and various other things on there nicely. But all the cables are routed under here and drop in through the spaces here that you can take out to adjust the stack height there. So the first thing I've changed to the keen-eyed people here is I've got some Parcours wheels on it. Now I'm lucky enough to be a member of the first Parcours rider team for sort of amateur athletes. So we're not sponsored formally, but we're part of a sort of ambassador team of athletes all over the world that race either triathlon, gravel, off-road, etc. Now I've been a big Parcours customer for 3 or 4 years now, and these were the wheels that I had on my TT bike to train with. I'm going to butcher the name, but it's Grimpure, I think. They're a 40mm carbon reel. I've got some GP 5000s on them. So the first thing I'm going to do is sell the Bontrager wheels that came on this bike. They're not worth a fortune, but I'll definitely be able to recoup some of my money there, hopefully. And as I've got a set of these, and I've got 2 more sets of wheels coming from Parcours in the coming weeks, it's nice to be able to run Parcours on all of my bikes. Obviously, a bike doesn't come with pedals. On this bike, I'm going to run some Garmin single-sided power pedals. These are actually Amy's that I've stolen for a little bit of time. I've got a 105 crankset with 172.5mm cranks. Now that is going next week. I've managed to get hold of a 105 crankset. It's got slightly bigger chain teeth on it, so it's not a 50-34, I believe it's a 52-39 that's coming, but it's also going to have 165 cranks. The keen-eyed of you will notice I've got SRAM rotors on the disc brake side. Now that's so I can the rotors are basically compatible with the Shimano calipers, and that's so I can basically, as I say, take these wheels out and just bang them straight into my TT bike and vice versa. The bottle cages aren't standard, and I got a bit lucky here because they actually were on the shelf in Harpenden Cycles, and they are the same purple pretty much, or as close as can be to the purple at the top of the frame. So 2 of those. The saddle and everything is standard, and that's about it. I cannot wait to get out and ride it. I'm going to ride it tomorrow outside if the weather's good. And then on Wednesday, I go to Calpe/Benidorm for 9 days. And this is the bike I'm going to take. That also was part of the decision of getting this bike, as my TT bike currently is a 1x setup. And I would have struggled on the hills out there. And as I don't own a front mech or a 2 chainring that fitted my TT bike, I would have had to have bought one in order to ride my concept out in Spain. But as it's a 9-day training camp, it's not mission critical in terms of having to be on a TT bike. I managed to persuade Amy that a new bike was the best solution. So the only thing left to do is a bit of a Freehub sound check. Not bad for a training wheel. You. Thank you.